That's just tight.
All right, boys. Let's get into this. Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is. Good evening.
What up?
What it do, baby?
How's it going, guys? How you guys doing?
Chilling. Big chill.
Yeah. It's we had to start the pod today on a very sad note. Last week we lost one of our brothers. We lost Easy to some senseless gun violence, and I just want to take a second to kind of acknowledge that and shout out my guy. Rest in peace. It's fucked up. At the same time, I kind of want to acknowledge all the Galaxy fam, and that's ACB, B Block, Galaxians, Riot Squad, Outlaws, like just the general fans. Like, big shout out to you guys. His family and his girlfriend put out GoFundMe to kind of help out with the services and just everything they have to go with the passing of somebody, and they put a 15K goal, and it was surpassed within 24 hours. So as sad as that news is fucking amazing to see the community come together and kind of just put out for our own. So I want personally, I'm not involved with none of that, but I kind of want to take a second and acknowledge you guys and give you guys a big shout out for stepping up that way. It's big to see our community kind of really step up when we have to, put all the bickering and bullshit aside and just kind of come through. I really appreciate it. Definitely a big shout out to Lars for contributing, as well as every other fan who did that. I appreciate you. Rest in peace, Easy. We'll miss you though.
Yep. Rest in peace, Easy. Though.
Yeah.
Easy forever.
I didn't want to. It sucks starting off the pod that way, but it was just something I kind of wanted to get out of my chest. I kind of wanted to acknowledge. So that's that. With that being said, how you guys doing? How you guys doing this Monday? Hey, Angel, I want you to repeat what you told us in the pre-show, so we just have it on the episode. You know what I mean? About your new accomplishment.
Oh, that I can do 60 push-ups nonstop in a minute.
Yeah, talk your shit, though. That's fucking tight.
Oh yeah, and I could do, was it 6? I told you 6 minimum, right? Wide grip pull-ups like this. Yeah. I've been at it for, I don't know how long, 2 months now. I think I told you guys since I started that journey. Obviously, I haven't shared why I've been doing it, but it's been like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were at when you started? Like, what was like your max?
20 maybe.
Oh, no shit.
Something like that. 25. Yeah, it was nothing to be like. I mean, I could still get to 100, but it'd have to be like in sets, like 20, 25, 10. I died. Do 5 more type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Right now it's like I can go 60. Straight. Obviously, like the last 10 or so, I'm like struggling there, but 60 nonstop. So I have at least another. I think my target's another 15 or so. I need to get to like 75 minimum in 1 minute. So
that's a feat. That's a feat, though, because that's over a fucking push-up a minute. That's impressive. Shout out to you for that. That's tight as shit.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
George.
it. Yeah, it's hustle, man. Hustle.
How you doing, Papi?
I'm good. I got sore just hearing about his push-ups. I feel like I worked out this week, so I appreciate you. You're doing it for both of us.
Yeah,
yo, look at this dog. Look at this dog.
I got you. I put him on my back, so it helps.
Hell yeah.
He weighs like 20 pounds, so it's good. It helps. Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't seen George recently, so
25 pounds.
He looking thick, though. He looking thick.
He looking
thick. Help with C's.
Yeah, bunch of C's.
It's thick.
Mas, how you doing, Papi?
I'm chilling, dog.
Yeah.
I'm good. A lot of work. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's paying off though, right? You got the new monitor.
Yeah, I got a new monitor, dog.
How's that?
It's sick.
Yeah.
That shit makes a whole ass difference.
You still
I didn't
trash
realize. Me? Nah.
How's my face look?
How's my face look?
I mean, you can't do anything to fix that, baby. Come on. Now.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
How you doing, Rudy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm kind of coming to terms that I'm probably not going to work in the office at all for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The way
That must
shit's
be
moving.
nice, dog.
Yeah, easy.
Listen,
It's
I
not.
love my setup. I love my setup, right? I love spending time on my setup. But like the thought of like the whole year at home, like it's kind of weird. I mean, it's still I can't grasp that. But other than that, man, I'm in good health, so I'm not complaining too much. I'll stay.
You know what's off about that? Like staying in your seat that whole day, and then when it comes to actually having fun, it's like, fuck, I'm tired from sitting down
I'm
here,
still here.
but I
Yeah,
still want to have fun.
I'm
Yeah.
still here. And
Yeah.
that
That
was
would be nice to have a job.
Damn,
again.
when you say it
I
like
can't
that,
complain.
dog.
I'm not gonna
Well, you
complain.
have a job.
Honestly, I can't complain. I got health and I
Yeah.
got a job. Like I'm not gonna complain. So,
Yeah.
but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Like
just fucking with you. Yeah.
it is what it is. All right, chit chat. Let's get into the fucking some rumors. Let's talk some rumors.
Oh, you mean about the one that I might be joining Borrachos? Apparently, that's.
Oh, we're talking
listen,
that one. We're going there
listen,
first. We can talk about that.
I
We
try
got
not. I try not to pay attention to the tabloids, but sometimes rumors get to me, and I hear about these things. That I yes, it's no secret that I'm a free agent, and there's a few teams vying for my signing. I'm top academy player, and I might be signing with the big team before I decide to go with one of the other teams. I'm not gonna bust Ulises Llanes or any of these guys and still out on my squad. So I don't know. I'm still in negotiations. Allegedly, can't confirm or deny. We'll see what happens.
Well, listen, we might have some news. Straight from the
Ba-da-da,
Stance, Straight from
ba-da-da.
the Stance Pro Club might have some news
Hey, how are you guys
regarding.
doing? By the way,
regarding
I saw you-
Borrachos.
Let's not even talk about that right now. dude.
We'll get into it. We'll close it out.
okay.
We'll close it out
Alright, alright,
with some
alright,
kind
It's
of
not
talk on that.
bad.
Not bad at all.
It's not good.
Listen, we'll talk about it to close out the show. But let's talk about some rumors. Just I think it was yesterday. In our clicky chat, we got a new link. Linking the Galaxy with Piqué. How do you- apparently, the whole thing is based on Shakira getting a residency in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
where that's something. Was it 3 million a month? Was that what it
3
was?
million per
Yeah,
month.
3 million
Per month, right?
Per
Like so, like
month.
it's like mad money. So apparently that being like one of the key factors for them moving to the States and the West Coast, even moving more so. So of course the Galaxy is going to be linked with them. But let's talk about that. 33-year-old Piqué. Is that,
Shakira and her residency? Fuck yeah. I'm about to be like, "Esto es
I'm there.
Africa, Jumbo, hey, hey, Jumbo." Dog, I'm pumped as fuck that she's coming to Vegas. Like, the love of my life. So now I'm going to have access to her. It's crazy. Like, I'm excited that she's coming. I'm excited she's coming to Vegas.
and how do you feel about the possibility of getting Piqué to the team?
Oh, it's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Shakira's coming, right? So there's that.
Not you guys, George and Masa. That you guys could think outside of Shakira. What are you guys' thoughts on Piqué?
Masa and I spoke about this on Saturday. He was over, so we spoke about it at some length. I personally don't like it. I don't think that is the move for the Galaxy. I think we need someone in the back line that demands something, and I don't think just because he has a name doesn't mean that he has a reputation of being a leader. If anything, I still look at him as Puyol's bitch. Puyol is the one that manned him up to be the I don't like Piqué.
Okay,
I
yeah, I'm
don't
gonna let
think,
you finish.
listen,
I'm not gonna say.
but okay,
Yeah,
we're
no,
not
I'm
going to
gonna let you finish.
get
I'm gonna-
we're
yeah,
not
no, I'm
gonna
gonna
get
let
into
you
a
finish.
Barca
I'm gonna
thing.
finish. Yeah, no, yeah.
Throw Barca away.
Yeah.
I think he's a subpar defender. I'd rather go with someone as like a Godin. I think there's other defenders out there that don't carry a name that are much better than Piqué that I would much rather see on the team. And I personally don't think Piqué is the right move for the Galaxy.
Masa, what's your thoughts?
It's weird, right? Because I don't like Piqué either. But the way that things have been going, I mean, obviously it's an upgrade to what we have at center back. And I've always wanted a core of DPs, a CB, a midfielder, and a forward. It's always been the way I thought the shit would work out best. Ah, Jesus Christ! But Piqué's fucking garbage. Like
I see. I don't.
it's bad, bro. He used to be good.
Yeah,
I want to say like before he hit 30, but now shit, if we're gonna splash out money, go bring Sergio Ramos, dog.
Well, see,
Oh,
that's-
listen, now
that's
that,
exactly
you know,
it, right? So
yeah,
that's
there's
exactly-
there's
well, that's
levels.
exactly if you're gonna go, and I think this sounds more like an opportunity that's presented itself to the Galaxy as opposed to them going after him, right? But if they are, and I think I said this, I don't know if it was on here or I think I may have mentioned it with the Nag Boys the other day. There's only really two defenders that you probably might spend money on that makes sense from the Galaxy vibe, right? When you want to bring
The
someone in at that
name.
global level, at the name, the exposure. There's only two, right? Undoubtedly, and that's Sergio Ramos and Gerard Piqué, right? Sergio Ramos, I think, is a better of the two, hands down. I don't like him either,
I
but
agree.
hands down, he's definitely legit. He's solid. I like him as a defender. I just don't like him for personal reasons, right? Piqué, like you guys said, you guys are on point. He's gone, like in his peak left. He wasn't a bad forward, but look, it's
bad
it's
forward.
proved.
Defender.
Sorry, a defender. What's been Barcelona's weakness this season? It's not
Defender.
that they haven't able to score; it's they can defend,
What-
and oftentimes it's because they catch this guy off guard, who's supposed to be the backbone and the leader of this team. I understand that he's slow. That's fine. That's okay. Like that's not necessarily an issue to me when it comes to center back, because you can have someone that's more of an agile player, which he's supposed to have. With Umiti? Is that who it is? With
Umtiti.
Titi?
You know,
Nah,
Titi,
but
whatever.
they're playing the other French kid.
Whoever it might be.
Lenglet.
But point is the other one supposed to be the faster one, right?
Yep. But
If
they're all
you're-
slow.
Right. Well, if you're that team's captain, you need to understand these things. Okay. Well, I'm slow. I can't do this. You guys should stay here. They're suffering big time right now, and I understand why we'd be getting him. Absolutely, and I'm not necessarily mad about it because it's not like we have a great defense either. It's not like we're any good. But if the opportunity is presenting itself to sign this guy, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I'm gonna be mad about it. I'm not happy about it, but it's going to keep that attention that that Galaxy desperately desires when it comes to that global level. Gerard Piqué is a global name by himself,
Easy.
right? Easy. Plus, come on, having Shakira at the stadium,
Exactly.
fuck yeah, come on, just for that.
Exactly.
We already have Becky G at the stadium now. Imagine Becky G and Shakira. Fuck,
In the
it's
same
like
box?
Derek Jeter somehow
same
starts
box?
playing soccer, and we have J Lo. Fuck it,
But let me share my thoughts on Piqué. Now I agree with you guys. He's past his prime, 100%. Right? There's no argument there. And he is a slower defender. But the one thing I do like about Piqué is a smart defender. Like he's not your Ramos who's like all passion. He's very smart. Like he can understand the game in front of him all the time, right? And I really like that because one thing that we don't have in the back line is somebody who's patient and smart, right? A lot of the times when we get scored on is because three defenders are attacking the ball, right? Like when we call this out, like they play AY soul soccer when they get nervous and they just go after the ball, right? Because a player who's smarter than that. He can read the play and he can look around and see that, and he knows how to touch the ball outside the box, like from the back. So if you give him a pass like in front outside the box or near the box, he could turn around and ping a pass, right? All those things, and then you take him into a slower, less. I don't want to talk shit about MLS because that's not what I'm trying to do. But if you compare it to the the Champions League or even La Liga, it's a step down, right? Like in quality is a step down.
Yeah,
so I think that and his smarts, he can make a good defender in the MLS or the Galaxy.
You know what? To that, I agree with you, but I think that he is so smart and he recognizes game and he sees the field because he knows of the team around him. He understands that, and
Well, that's the problem this year.
But I think that the fact that he can't be too reliant on his left, that he can't be too reliant on his right side. We're gonna ask him to do something that probably he hasn't done in his career, and that's support a defender that might not have that. The quality of a right back at Barca, the quality of a left back at Barca. So now we're asking him to take over a line and kind of be everyone's backup. And I don't think Piqué has done that. And I think that's what's lacking now in Barca. So
yeah, 100%.
So with the drop down in level, I 100% agree with you. But also the players around him are dropping down, not just the opponent. So
and that's the thing, right? Like I think based on what that article is it kind of hinted that he wouldn't be coming at a very high price tag because they're moving here necessarily for Shakira, not necessarily for him, right? Not his footballing career, but Shakira's career. Therefore, like if we could get him even at DP, but not like a stupid DP, right? Like even if DP is something, maybe we could even buy him down to a TAM, like we have with other DP players. I don't think it's a bad move. You know what I mean? Like again, I think if you could be valid, right? Your points are valid. And that's only we have to actually see him in the field to kind of say yes or no. But I would if we could get him at a right price, if we could get him, period. I think it'd be an interesting move, right? And listen, you do an 18-month contract, 2-year max, right? Like, and you see where that goes. 30, I think I want to say 33. I'm not 100% sure of that.
You're right. It's 33.
Right. So like I don't want to keep him. It's not long term, but we could probably get a championship if you get somebody solid like that, right? You get somebody solid like that, and I think like, listen, I think you having him in the back line, not only does it do wonders for our own back line, where you kind of almost because he's not a Zlatan who's gonna punk you around, right? Like that's not him. So I think it lifts them up, and it also puts that thought on all the attackers, right? Like, oh shit, I'm going up against PK. You know, Champions League PK, World Cup winner PK.
World Cup winner, yeah, exactly.
So like I and again, right? And let's not even talk about like what Angel was referring to, like the marketing behind that, right? Like it's fucking PK, like who has World Cup winner, Champions League winner, La Liga
not just
winner.
that. From a different, like you can say Shakira is going to be at this game. Like people don't have to give a shit about PK.
Yeah, no.
It's like you're attracting a whole different. It's like I'm not saying it's like somewhat the David Beckham effect to a degree, because then you have the Spice Girl and type of shit. Obviously,
especially in the Latin American community, right? Like,
of course,
Gordo de la Flaca is gonna be all over this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that type of shit. Like, it's
they still think.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. I just gotta.
But I feel we have that already. I feel we have that already with Cheech, and I don't think. I think now is the time, since we have that star-studded thing. Now is the time to go get a player that doesn't really need to be that star-studded, but still brings that quality. Because everything that you mentioned, like the marketing, obviously it's going to be huge for the Galaxy. You're always going to want that. But I think we filled that void already with Chicharito.
What I think.
Go for it.
No, I was gonna say I think Rudy hits it though, because again, it doesn't sound like we're going after him on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity that's presenting itself. So, are you gonna pass this opportunity, say no thanks, or you say, well, let's see what we can do. Here's what we can do. Just a heads up, Pika. These are the limitations that we have to deal with within MLS.
Yep.
Listen, Shakira is gonna be paying $3 million a month. You're basically coming just for the fuck of it. You're at the end of your career. As a matter of fact, you might be benched next year at Barcelona. So.
Yep.
You decide.
Like, listen, again, it's a move for Shakira's career, not Pique's career, right? Like, I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. And then, so this is a perfect segue. When you're mentioning we should be going after other players, I've seen tweets and I read like the screen cap of an article today saying that the MLS is going to allow you to bring on players that are under 22 and get a cut on your, so you don't have to get their full salaries on your books, right? Like, so it doesn't hit your salary cap. Now that's the chance where I think we go out for like a real promising right back, left back, right? Like from South America, and we bring them in, right? Because now you could pay them a little extra, and it won't affect your salary cap, so you can take those risks, right? Yeah. And if you pair him with with a Piqué, and again, this is all, again the article. I don't even think look all that official or anything like that, but let's speculate here for a second. If you could bring a 22-year-olds, right, that can fill up different positions in the midfield, or maybe on the wingers, or right back, left back, and now you have Piqué, you have Jonah, and you have a Chicha on top. Masa's wet dream, where you have the line, right? We have the line, and you supplement that with like these younger players. I think you can move. You can make something of it. Again, we've seen fool's gold before when we look at the names of players in our team and believe it's amazing. So nothing's promised, but I think it opens up definitely the possibilities of what you could do with your roster with those two moves.
You know what's the closest comparison to the Piqué thing that I can think of right off the top of my head is the Ashley Cole effect to a degree, because people thought Ashley Cole was going to come and be shit. Yeah. Now,
except
granted,
me, I want to be fair. I completely backed Ashley Cole 100%.
You did. But again, it goes back to the different. There's differences. Obviously, left back as opposed to center back. One guy's quicker, the other one's slow as shit. But you get what I'm getting at in terms of comparison. It's like, okay, well, the consensus, the majority thought that Ashley Cole was going to be a bust.
Yeah.
A lot of those same people were hoping he'd stay for one more year.
Yep.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Again, it's a risk worth taking to me when it comes to Piqué. To me. Yeah. My opinion.
I agree. I just because it's quality, I agree. Listen, all speculation. We have to find out. We have to find out in the next few months. But we did get some new players though. Be it in form of loans from the G2s, but we ended up picking up Carlos Harvey and
King Kai, dog. Just call him King Kai.
Cool, dog. Because I was hoping somebody else jumped in there. I was hoping somebody else jumped in there and said it for me.
Koreniuk. I got you.
But both midfielders. Are you guys familiar with these guys from G2?
Carlos Harvey, nah, man. And I just know that we got him on loan, right, from
G2.
Tauro. in Panama?
Well, he was from Tauro to G2s, and then we got him on loan
Yeah,
from
he came
G2s.
up right now.
Still, dog. All right, however you want to put it, we got him alone from Tauro, right? And that's probably like the only team that I know from Panama. So if that says anything, that's all I know about Carlos Harvey. That's
He
all I
had
know.
a solid season, solid G2 season. This last one.
Yeah. So Masa, are these guys more in the attacking front, or are they more?
Well, Kai's a winger. I'm excited about Kai.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know if you
Cornier looks
guys.
nice. Yeah,
I don't
I
know if
paid
you guys
attention.
seen him play,
Yeah.
but I caught all the games live last year for the Leagues Cup. He did some work against these Mexican league teams. Like
Yeah.
some real good, solid work. Like a good shift every time, and consistent too.
He looked good too in preseason.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
Cornier
He looked
did.
really good. So I'm really
I'm trying
excited
to
about
remember. I
him.
think it was the game where Katai got the red card. I think he came in. He had a little spark to our game. I'm pretty sure
Oh
it was
yeah,
that
I think
one.
so. Yeah,
Yeah. He
that
came
sounds
in. He had
right.
that wing, and I think I don't remember who I asked, but I asked one of you three specifically, who the fuck was that? And like, oh, that's a G2 player. I'm like, oh shit, he stood out to me in preseason. Now listen, so did Cuello last year, right? We know how that went, but
Yeah, I still kind of like Cuello.
Still
listen,
like Cuello too, though.
Cornier, if I recall clearly, he looked like a pretty decent build too, also for being a winger. I was
Yeah, he's
surprised.
big, dude. He's like
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2".
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Stocky,
Yeah,
and he's
stocky.
fast too. He's fast,
Yeah,
bro.
he was.
He's not slow.
So there you go, right? Like that's the answer to some of the depth questions we had in the last episode, where like where we get that winger. Remember we were talking about that? Like we should definitely be looking for a winger. I think that answers some questions, at least for the
Almost says
MLS
that Harvey's
tournament.
a CDM though.
He is.
Yeah,
So,
He
okay,
is.
so if
He
that's
is.
the case, then he's definitely coming just for depth purposes.
Yeah.
What?
But
Okay.
he's.
Listen,
I think it's someone that they had to. They had to figure out what to do with him, because I think he's too good for the USL. So they want to see if he hangs around in MLS, because he's been making appearances for the Panamanian national team
yeah, he was in
consistently since he
the
came over here.
in
Okay.
the
So-
20s, right?
Yeah, so I think that it's someone with a bright future, and hopefully, he lives up to that name.
All
And
right.
I
Well,
think if you move him up, he could learn from Jonathan, or Joe Benny or Kitchen or whoever it is. It could take him under his wing, and hopefully
Good
it's someone
signing.
long term for the future.
My
Well,
question is, why is it until now though that Carlos Harvey is,
Cool.
or even in conversation?
Exactly what I wanted to get into, right? I think it's great time now, actually, right? Because if you're watching any of the leagues right now, you're seeing like these changes in bulk, right? Because they're up to 5 changes, and you've seen the changes in bulk.
Mhm.
And I think it's a great time, right? Because like
Yeah.
now, like you almost guaranteeing like all these like both Carlos and Kyle, like they're both gonna get some minutes. How many minutes we'll see? We don't know, right? But the depth now is actually a thing. Because
Yeah, we spoke about it in the last episode.
Yeah.
As far as that, and I think my bad to cut you off, but I think it's perfect the fact that we're bringing in young players like this with the potential, and now you're gonna ship them off to Orlando, where they're gonna be stuck with a teammate. Like that's what they'll live and breathe. And I think right now
Yeah.
is a perfect time to mold them into that. If any time,
Yeah.
right now is a perfect time. Imagine Efla being molded by Zlatan in a confined space, and look at Efra now coming back into the season. This motherfucker's a changed man. This was like Angel doing 75 push-ups. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he could do more than Angel. Efra's skinny as shit now.
Yeah.
So
Let's,
I mean,
he is.
I'm hoping that's the process, that the thought process that's going behind DTK and the signing behind this. Like these guys are about to be put somewhere where they live, breathe, and die soccer. So
Yeah.
let's mold them.
and with the main team, right? Because I
Mhm.
get it. Like, listen, I think Galaxy 2, for being the second team, they have all the facilities, they have the establishment of the big machine that's the Galaxy, right? But it has to be a step up. Like when you're in the main roster, like shit is different. I have to assume it's different, right? And like George was saying, you're in Orlando with not only your full team, but also like every other MLS team is there, right? Like
Mhm.
it's a concentration camp for fucking for just all the players, right? Like it's. I want to see it happen. Listen, and we'll talk about like if it's gonna happen or not, because shit's getting wild right now. But I think it's definitely a good move for both parties, the team and the players, right? The players get some chances they probably wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for the circumstances that we're going to start playing next week. So that's interesting. I'm curious to see that. Now that we're talking about it, I do remember Kroniak a little bit more, because I do remember the preseason.
Preseason, yeah.
He has some good showings. I'm interested in seeing Carlos Harvey. He looks like a big boy. You know what I mean? So I want to see that. I always like that. We also got where's it at? Second. There it is. We got some that schedule for we got schedule for the games. We're
Supposedly.
playing. What happened? Supposedly, yeah, right. To be determined. So
Tentatively.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because we don't know yet. But it is Portland, July 13th at 7:30. It is Levas
Is that
on
Eastern
that
time?
none.
Pacific.
All Pacific times.
Oh.
It is Levas on Saturday, July 18th, and we'll close it off against Dynamo. Fitting that our last game is going to be
What?
against
Yeah.
Houston. Yeah,
What?
fitting that our last game has to be against Houston. But we got dates and we got times. We got the networks are going to be on. They are going to be in FS1. Univision
Yeah,
Deportes,
that's in 2 weeks.
ESPN. Yeah.
9 days from today.
That's in a couple days.
Oh, listen, it's not 2 weeks. It's not a couple of days. It's 9 days, like the angel said.
Yeah, 9 days.
9 days is a couple days. It's not 2 weeks. I can tell you that. 9 days is not 2 weeks.
Listen, it's in between. It's what angels. I'm gonna give that one to the angels. I'm gonna give that one to the angel. But we do have it. We do have they're all gonna be aired on pretty accessible channels, ESPN, FS1, or Univision Deportes. So we should be able to see them. That being said, though, we were gonna start working on getting some viewing parties going on, but just today there was the drop that they're closing down bars. Although I heard this loophole because if the bars have a kitchen, they could be open, but they have to all drinks have to be accompanied by food. So we'll have to find out about that, see how that's going. But we don't know necessarily what's the move. Again, like, this is all foreign for everybody, so we don't know what the move is right now. Of course, as soon as we find out and we have some concrete details on if it's a go or not for viewing parties, we'll let you know. But hey, worst comes to worst, you get some Galaxy football right now. That's the word. If it changes again, we'll let you know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
The bird is the word.
the bird is the word. The bird.
Manuma Mau Mau.
I hate you. Family Guy. That's the one thing I think about when I hear that.
That's funny because I think of Full Metal Jacket.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah. Full Metal Jacket when I think of it. Yeah.
And then last but not least, there is some events going on for the Galaxy. There's a town hall, the scrimmage that happens on Thursday, and then there's a supporters rally on the 3rd, and then a send off on Monday. I think most of these are virtually. They're all like going to be online except for the supporters rally. The supporters rally, I will let you know right now though, like it's going to be not your typical supporters rally, where I think the hope is that everybody's going to stay in the cars, so there's no like person to person interactions.
Yeah.
They're going to be respecting the social distancing, but at least it's something you get to see, you get to talk to, maybe not talk to the players before they head off to Orlando, which I think is the best thing anyways. Last thing we want is to get anybody sick or the player sick, and then everything goes to hell. But those are things coming up. Again, we don't have all the details just quite yet, but we'll share them as soon as we have them. Yeah, and that's what's been happening the last couple of days.
Are any of us going? Are you guys going to any of them?
Yeah, I probably have to be
I
to all
got
of them. I'll probably have to be at the rally one, so I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. Last thing I want to talk about before we fucking get into some questions is Efra.
Sheesh. We're
So,
going there?
That troll from LA Times put out an article, and apparently Efra went on a 60-day challenge or something like that, and my man is skinny and he's up for it. Interesting, right? Because I share sentiments with Angel when he said a lot of the hype that we had for him coming in last year was gone for me this year, right? He kind of failed to meet any kind of expectations.
Yeah,
last
there
year.
was no excitement for him anymore. At least
Yeah.
I didn't feel it from anyone.
Especially being next to Araujo. He kind of took
Yeah.
that spotlight.
Yeah. I remember we had the conversation plenty of times last year where Araujo was outshining him most of the time on when they had minutes, right? But it's interesting to hear that. Like, it's interesting to see that. Listen, I want to get into a few things and let's start off here. When Zlatan went in on a lot of players, we seen after the fact that they were all complaining and coming out and sharing different stories and kind of just pointing Zlatan to be the bad guy, 17-year-old kid who I'm sure maybe he wasn't as harsh as the other guys were, kind of took that advice and went off season or when this happened and kind of refocused himself and kind of transformed himself into a leaner, better version of him. Maybe
Mhm.
uh, that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me, and to me, I think that comes down to like ego, right? Efra's ego is not there yet. Like he knows he still has to prove everything, whereas some of these other players, like they feel like they're professional, they shouldn't be talked to in a certain way.
You know what? I'll challenge that, and I'll say that it's upbringing. I think it's the fact that growing up, all of us have had somebody when you play soccer always tell you that's not good enough. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. And especially Angel. Angel's dad seen us play games, and he's talked shit to me as much as he talked shit to Angel. It's just that upbringing. I think Efra grew up with that. As far as playing, like you always have to be better. You always have to be doing this. So you're used to getting shit talked to without it being like a "oh you hurt me" type of thing. And I think,
You
and
think
I
that's the
hate to
case?
say it,
Uh
and I
oh.
and I hate to say it, and I think a lot of players that grow up in that U.S. form of soccer is a lot of AYSO, a lot of "oh good job, that's what you
Yeah,
want." You don't hear that criticism, and when you hear that criticism at a high stage, it's like, well, no one ever told me that. You're wrong. You don't know
Yeah,
what you're saying, type of
yeah.
shit. So that's personally when I saw the article and when I read it, that's what I took from it.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I didn't even I didn't even think of that take, but that's interesting. And it's even more interesting because of kind of the tone of the society right now. I think we see less of that, less of you getting you getting your ass chewed out for fucking up. You know what I mean? Like because of the temperament of society right now, I think you get a lot more pats in the back than a ass kicking saying you did it
You
wrong.
obviously haven't been in one of our pro clubs chats.
Listen, well, that's why when I stream, I can't put the party chat on my stream because you know what I mean. Like I'm getting canceled for sure if I have that down there, so I can't. There's
What
no way I
happens
can
in
put the.
your chat?
These guys
Get an
are
Xbox.
unruly. They're
Get an
fucking
Xbox.
savages. That's what they
Get
are,
an
dog.
Xbox
That's what
to
they
find
are.
out.
Like
Damn.
this.
Get an Xbox to find out.
Hey,
No, I'm good.
I hope Jesse's feeling better, dog.
Hey,
That's
we
all I gotta say. I hope
cracked
Jesse.
Jesse. Oh,
I hope Jesse's feeling better, dog. Because man, sheesh. But back to Efra. Back to Efra. With this article, and again, it could be hype, it could not be hype. Does it change your expectations for him? Are you intrigued again to see, what this does for him?
I'll go first. I'm
100%.
still
Oh
not.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm still not. You could be in shape and still not show what you got to show. Like the talent's there, but I gotta see it first. Like, and I'm not. I lost whatever feeling I had about Efra. Any
Really
good feeling I had about Efra, I think he's too good for USL. He's like an in betweener for me. He's like too good for USL, but not good enough for MLS.
How old is he right now?
17.
Come
did
on,
he
dog.
turn 18 today, or was his
Oh,
birthday yesterday, or today?
I just gotta see him. Maybe right now in Orlando he could change my mind, but
Listen, your thought process of too good for MLS is like a thought process we had with people that are already, of age 24, 25, where it's like, okay, you got to get your shit together. You got to, and I feel that we're seeing effort get his shit together at an early age when you still have a lot to learn.
no, I know he has a lot to learn. That's what I'm saying. Like he could change my mind, but as of right now, there's nothing that
You're
I've
not
seen
hyped
so
about him.
far that I'm not hyped for it. I'm really not.
Interesting.
It's fair. It's your
What do
opinion.
you guys
It's wrong,
think?
but it's okay.
I'm with Masa, man. I'm more excited to see it's Kristen Crew, whatever his name is, play because I actually remember moments of brilliance from him, right? Sure, I remember them from
Wait,
Efra, but we've been
who do you want to see?
what's his name? I forget. That's why I say Kristen Crew.
Wait, who are we
King
talking
Kai,
about?
dog. King Kai.
King
Yeah,
Kai,
King
dog.
Kai. Yeah, King Kai for sure. I get you now.
Kamehameha, dog. But no, realistically, I think I'm more excited to see him right now than I am from Efra, because Efra, we've heard the hype, for all these couple years, and this wonder kid, blah blah blah. Wait, so get me wrong, we've seen moments of brilliance, absolutely, sure, one or two, but he hasn't kept it going on a consistent level, and that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
scary to me.
easy.
Because look, when you talk about wonder kids, I get it, right? I get how difficult it is to talk, to mold these guys, right? It's difficult. They can go like the article says, you either go the Freddie Adu route or you go the Christian Pulisic route, right? But even then, my man, you play, and this is facts. you're that for the MLS. You're not at Chelsea. You know, bro. You need to stand. Look at Alfonso Davies. He was legit, and where's he at now? What is my man's gonna do? Like, no, if you're legit, show something. If you're that fucking good, I don't care if you're 17, if you're 18, 19.
Yep.
Yes, there's gonna be coaching. Absolutely, there's gotta be some coaching aspects to it. But he's scared, bro. To me, my biggest thing is I think he's scared. And you need to get that I'm a kid mentality out of your fucking head when you're playing amongst men. You just got to go and fucking play. Listen, I'm sure all four of us here, we were tossed when we were fucking 13, 14 years old
14.
playing against fucking men and getting cracked left and right. And that didn't scare the shit out of us. We got our age and now we're hitting little kids left and right when we play them.
Oh,
And
that's just my favorite, though.
it is. I've seen that shit.
Well, listen,
But that's not going to change for him. And I'm sorry, my man's like, if
Yep.
you're not going to, if you don't step the fuck up right now in this tournament and this season, to me, your career is over.
Yeah, because
And
do you
he's
guys
over.
remember when Davies came out? He came out hot.
Yeah.
Hot at what,
just didn't
16,
stop.
15,
Yeah. And
just
16?
didn't
And
stop.
it was all uphill, right? With Ephra, it was like one game, man.
All right.
Well, and
Let me
look,
get a point.
and,
let me add
the
something
next one, it was
to back Efra up in this sense, right? I understand. This is the LA Galaxy that we're talking about. You're not fucking Vancouver Whitecaps. The LA Galaxy is always going to toss, not always, but more often than not, you're going to get the mate player. You're going to get the legit. You're going to get the Jonah in there. And they're not really going to give the kid the chance that much. But when you get 20 fucking minutes, and those 20 fucking minutes, 15 of those minutes better be fucking amazing. The best fucking 15 minutes of your fucking life. Right. And that's where I don't see when he goes in, there's not really a spark. There's not a change. Or if he starts a game, I don't really see that spark or like it wasn't there for me. Sure, there'd be one game or two game or one
home
amazing
opener.
kick or a good pass or something. But yo, that's Emil Cuello to me too.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
so
right.
it's the same shit.
Here's one point though that I do want to come across. At 17, I had no fucking discipline. Right, and I think in every factor of life, I just didn't have a discipline. Right, and we're reading a story now that this kid kind of realized like, hey, I'm fucking up, and figure out his game plan, whatever resources he had to help him out. But he got disciplined and he got to a place where like he feels good now. And that right there is a good indication of what I want to see, right? Because we all know he has you I mean you're alluding to it right now. Like he has moments where like he's like, oh, that was nice, right? And then he had that big dip, right? It was like super valleys, very little fucking peaks. But now that he applied himself, I want to see if that now translates to his game as well, right? Like where mentally he figured it out where he could be disciplined with himself. Now could he take that into his game? If he has a bad touch, can he shake it off and not do it again next time, right? Like that's what I want to see. So for me, maybe I don't have the same hype I had when he came up the first time, right? When we're really excited, when we thought he was gonna have more time. Maybe not that hype, but I am a little excited. I am curious to see what this transformation that he had physically translates to on the field.
He's already 18, so you can't talk to him about being a kid anymore. Sure, you can from the sense when we talk about the kid, because he's the younger one. Sure, absolutely. But at this point, my man, you're already in the adult. You got to start acting like when you got to play one. Apply, like you said, apply yourself.
Yeah.
Fine. If he does that, great. I hope so, and I hope it works out. I hope so because we need something.
Yep.
We definitely need that spark, and right now we don't have that.
Yeah. We got Chicha though. We got Chicha. George, do you have any final thoughts on Efra?
He's gonna be the sleeper of the tournament. To be honest with you, he's
Yeah.
gonna be a big reason of why we succeed in this game, and I think he's gonna be connecting well with Cheech.
Do you think he plays cam or do you think he's playing the wing? Because part of the article that I read kind of alluded to him playing a little bit on the wing.
I think he's not going to start off at camp, but I don't. If we don't fill up that role, I think we're gonna see a lot of Leggett pushing out to the right and putting Effa right there in that position.
You don't think he'd be effective in a 4-3-3 if he tends to drift towards the middle?
100%, but I don't think we're playing a 4-3-3.
Listen, Philip Rivera says, "Remember the hype for Roman Diola." That's another player too.
I never liked him.
Really, I
never liked him
man.
or your boy that everyone was mad about that I hate.
Garcia.
Garcia.
I like, man. I thought both those players are quality. They just didn't click. They didn't click. All right. One thing before we go into questions, I want to get a little hype for the MLS Back tournament. give me how many goals Chiri's gonna score in 3 games. Give me that.
0 because it's not getting played.
All right, if it gets played. All right, if it gets played, don't fuck it up for me. Just go.
Wait, he's not playing?
No, he's saying the tournament's gonna get canceled because
The
Oh,
not gonna
the
happen.
tournament. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But let's say it does. So let's say they figure it out and it gets played. In 3 games, how many goals did Chicha score?
I'm gonna say 3 because that's what I asked Jesse for in 3 games. So
So he's
3
Jesse
from
level?
Chicharito.
Fuck. He a
Well, we
big-
call him
No,
Chicha Jesse.
I want. Yeah, we do. So
Hey,
I
Jesse has
want-
11
I want
goals. He
3.
need to back the fuck up.
Oh, that's-
Jesse has
Oh,
11 goals.
Goals
Gotta
are
back the
goals.
fuck
Okay,
up.
I'm not goals. Are goals.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joe.
I'm gonna say 3. 3 goals and 3 group matches should be cake.
Angel, what you got?
Listen, I'm gonna be nice to him. I say he gets 2 goals.
You being nice?
Yeah, I say he gets 2 goals.
All right. George,
He gets 5.
5. We got Julio Suazo saying 2 goals. Victor saying 0. Anna saying 4. Food stamp Poppy saying 5. I'm gonna go with 4. I think 4 is the number. He gets 4 goals, and he's gonna be like a 2-1 game, and then just like one bouncing off his face and one like dope ass goal. that's what I'm
I don't care how he scores the goals, dog. I
Yeah.
don't care if they come off of his butt.
Yeah,
Just fucking
no,
score the goals.
Legit,
Like, I
listen,
don't give a
I'm
shit.
not
Just
arguing
score.
that at all.
Accurate.
Con la
I'm not
mera
arguing that at all.
punta de la verga.
I'm not arguing that at all. Dope. George, did we get any questions for today?
Yeah, we did.
For sure. Let's get into that.
Hey, you know who we should got? We should gotten fucking Santi Cazorla, dog. Did you guys see that fucking assist?
Dog, with
dog,
Gerard Moreno.
bring
Oof.
both of them. Both of them, dog. They fucking tore
Sheesh.
Valencia apart.
I'm glad someone else
Woo.
watches La Liga highlights.
Oh, dog.
It's
Oh,
not Barca and Real.
yeah.
Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah. Actually, I saw
Appreciate
the
you.
game.
I appreciate you, Doug.
You're welcome, dog. You're welcome.
Questions.
You guys done kissing? What the fuck? You guys good? Yeah.
I told you I missed him, Doug.
All right, there he
Yeah,
is.
true. He texted me actually saying that he missed me.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
And this fool said, "You swear, Doug, bitch ass fool."
All right. Questions,
All right.
please.
Cheesy doesn't have a question, but he wants to let everyone know that he's been 8 months sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Good
shit,
shit,
cheesy.
Cheesy.
Good shit, Papi. 8 months ain't no.
I'm curious though. Do you still have the SFTS tattoo? On?
That fucking got it covered up.
Of course
bro.
it
You got it covered up with an 8?
Yeah.
All right. Animal Brew Co wants to know if we play a full season, does whoever win MLS Cup not be a true cup because of the Corona? That's a good question.
Nah, it's a cup.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
It's a cup.
I'm
Can't
definitely
make
gonna talk shit. I'm definitely gonna talk shit if we don't win it.
excuses.
But if we win it, I mean, like it's a 6, right? So it
I
is.
mean, like,
it is.
there'll probably be an asterisk, but it's gonna be viewed the same way that people view the Galaxy's 2000 CONCACAF champion and DC United's champion,
Yep.
because it was a different type. Listen, it doesn't fucking matter. It's still their respective championship. That's how that version of that tournament was played at that time, and that's still acknowledged. So, as much as I hate to say it, it's gonna be again. We're gonna remember. Listen, it was that season, but at the end of the day, yes, it's gonna be an additional star, right?
I agree. It's an additional start, and it's not like we asked for that season to be played that way. So you can't blame
Yeah.
us for if we win it. Like it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Rodrigo Rodriguez has a couple questions. How ironic was it that the show Gentrified, that's all about gentrification, featured LAFC?
Oh, are you serious?
Yep.
I wouldn't
I
have
tweeted
known
about
if it
that when
wasn't
it
for
came
you.
I
out.
would've
Yeah, I
never
tweeted
known.
about it when it came out.
Okay. Next
Well, it's
question
facts.
is. Oh, damn. Okay. When are we gonna? I say ooh because when are we
From
gonna
who?
get better? Rodrigo Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
When are we gonna get better gear creators? Because some of our gear is kind of meh.
Yeah. Listen, listen. Even if you're not a designer, but you see something that you like, send it over. Send it over, right? And if it fits our our kind of aesthetic, then we can work with it. Right
Talking about
now,
supporters or talking about Galaxy?
I didn't
Oh,
say.
Yeah,
didn't
I was
say.
thinking as Galaxy. I took it as
Yeah.
Galaxy,
I
and
can't.
that's easy. That's Adidas. I don't think Galaxy has a say in what Adidas puts out.
Yeah.
I think it's just MLS is because this is an MLS thing. MLS is getting this big ass chunk from Adidas so that Adidas can be the sponsor and Adidas can be on everything, and then Adidas sends the fucking kits. Listen, we are a little blessed that our kits don't look as identical as all the other clubs. We have some changes.
And we got
in our
stars.
shit.
You know what I mean? So
Now, when it comes to the gear, I doubt they're gonna go above and beyond to to do shit just for the Galaxy. It's
Yo.
Adidas, which is what I've been saying for the longest. We got to get our own fucking sponsor, and they got to get the fuck away from that shit. But that's a whole different story.
MLS.
But if you don't fuck with what Adidas is dropping, fuck with one two threads. Fuck with Move in Silence. Like there's a lot of grassroots fucking gear that gets dropped that it's really fire. There was
And
this
those are
one
some sick creators.
the one with the Killer Bee that I missed. I missed that drop. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was like it was
Oh,
but
with the
like Wucha.
pocket, with the pocket on here. Oh,
Yo, that was fire. The only side after it got released, and I saw it on Twitter, but that's fire. Like, so again, if you don't like the Adidas shit, if you don't like the official MLS shit, look into the
I
grassroots
definitely
shit.
reached out to one two threads though, man. Because one time I shot him a message about, hey, why don't you guys remake this? I can't find this fucking tank top anywhere. Listen, I'm not asking for proceeds or anything. Like, just go remake this shit, and like, yeah, fuck it. Like they're all over, and they send me two samples. And those shits are dope. So do that shit. If there's something you'd like, send it over to one two threads, and I'm sure they're gonna. Worst case scenario, say, listen, it's not something we vibe with, but at least you tried. So the fact that they listen to the fan base, that's dope. So definitely shoot them a message.
Yep.
Junior wants to know percentage that Galaxy gets 0 goals and 0 points for the group stage. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was that?
The percentage that the Galaxy gets 0 goals and 0 points for group stages.
100%. Nah,
No.
I realistically, I'd say, I don't know. I mean, 70%.
Oh shit!
You're still the LA Galaxy, and you still have players. Listen, Chicharito, I get all the beef I give him, but again, I'm gonna go on. It's gonna be a broken record. He's not the problem. It's the rest of the team that's the problem. If we can get our man's service, and we can figure shit out, we have a very good chance. But that's a problem. We haven't had that. Now we're gonna figure that shit out in 3 games. I don't think so. So again, 70% chance that we 0 points.
I wasn't gonna go that far.
I just read Angel's question.
I have 40. I had about 40%. That's where I figured that there's about 40% chance that we won't score goals and get any points.
Oh, never mind. My bad. I'm over here laughing, reading at the screen. It's not Angel. It's Rummel. Stupid ass.
Ah, you left the Romo's joke, you dumbass, dog.
No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But it's not gonna get right.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me answer something on the chat real quick. Hector Herrado says, does SFTF have gear? Not yet, but there's some works with somebody with somebody we like. So hopefully we have news on that soon.
I have no news on this. This is all Rudy, so don't ask me.
Jacket. All right. Should we get a new crest with the original colors? Why or why not?
I'm straight.
I got a tattoo. Please don't change anything though.
Yeah.
I got a tattoo.
Eventually
Don't change
it's
anything.
gonna change, but
Yeah.
we just changed it. Like it doesn't. Our crest doesn't look dated, so
It doesn't. No.
I don't
Go with
see
it.
why we would do that.
And our crest also very unique compared to other fucking crests out there. So
It's not copy and
I
paste.
mean,
like everything else.
yeah, exactly. I don't think that we have to go out of the way to do something. Look, eventually it's gonna happen, right? All clubs go through some formation, some change at some point. I don't know. Give it another 10 years before we get there.
Like, let me get real wrinkly so you can't tell what the tattoo is anymore. And then-
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
All right. When are we inviting Adam Sandler to the Capo Box? My man is a fan of fans. Sacker.
Who?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, I'm Sandler. Never mind. I heard a different name. That'd be dope. I'll fuck with that.
Yeah. And his last question is, what are you gonna use now in Warzone that the Growl got nerfed?
Huh.
We
shit
just had the
hurts my
conversation.
That shit hurts my heart. Today I lost a homie. I lost one of a faithful homie. So for those who don't play Warzone, the Growl is a fucking beast of a gun, and I was just killing. I was getting 20 plus kills on my streams. If y'all would see, y'all would follow me. So follow me at JNDefeated7. But yeah.
So it was kind of like the Golden Gun in 007 where you just one shot and everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. It was a monster.
It was.
All
Yeah.
Is that it for questions? We have a comment from Philip Rivera says Philip Rivera. Sorry, didn't want to fuck that up. I'm worried the LAFC don't have Vela and we still lose bad. What's stopping that?
You know what? I'm gonna say one thing. Nah, fuck that. It's and this is the truth. They don't really score a lot of goals on us without Vela. So the same way that they felt about Zlatan leaving the Galaxy is the same way I feel about Vela. Vela's legit, right? As much as you can hate him all you want, man's is good. right? He's their best player without a doubt. I get that Rossi can have his moment of brilliance and whoever else and Diamande, right? But these guys don't do it consistently day in day out the way that Vela has done it. Without Vela, it's that team is significantly weaker.
So now that we're talking about it, I never wanted to ask because obviously it's not a platform for it's not a question. But is he really not going? What's the story behind that?
I don't know. I find out right now.
Yeah, same. But here I'll follow that up saying that LAFC have never whooped their ass. You know what I mean? Like they never whooped their ass. Fine, Slatan factor. I understand that. I still don't think the players are not going to be up for this game. You know what I mean? I don't think these players are not going to be up for this game. So can we take an L? Maybe, yeah. I think that's definitely that's definitely a possibility. But I don't think it's ever going to be an ass whooping. I don't think. Listen, and I hope I'm right. I hope I'm not just being like my optimistic, biased ass, fucking happy self. But I hope these guys always put up the fight, like you know what I mean, and never get fucking kicked in the mouth like that. Because
I mean, if that was to put up a fight, I think that's gonna happen. But eventually, it's gonna happen where we're gonna get a big ass whooping, and eventually they're gonna get a big ass whooping. Listen, it happens. Manchester United has been gotten their asses beat hit bad by Man City before, and vice versa. It's gonna happen.
But I don't. Again, like in the MLS, it should not be happening.
Right. Okay.
In the MLS,
fair. But
if
you guys remember we got smashed on by RSL 6-0 or 6-1 at home for 4th of July. So,
that's all right. Shut up. Don't make sense.
Listen.
Shut up. Don't make sense. Don't make sense right now.
I'll stop making sense. My bad.
Don't make sense. What the fuck?
All right.
Yeah, but I at least don't want to see it happening in this fucking tournament. Is that it? Is that all we have, boys?
That's it.
Oh. Just in case you guys don't know, we are playing in the Xbox Pro Clubs League. We have a Straight from the Stands squad featuring George, Masa, myself, friends of the pod, Jesse, Rooney, Nelson, Aldo, Christian, and
large package.
And one of our centerpieces, large package. Don't ask me about a screen name. Don't ask me about that. But we are playing that. We play on Tuesdays and Fridays. I stream, George streams, so you can always catch us there doing that. If you guys want to watch some decent, yeah. Listen, we want to watch some decent FIFA sometimes. And Angel ranting like always. Like join us on Twitch. It's a good time. And I don't think I have anything else. Nope. So
there was one thing. But apart from me, that I'm a free agent in FIFA on PS4 in case somebody want to get at me. But there was one thing I did see this actually, and I don't know if this is what Romo was referring to, but I remember I retweeted it 2 days ago. And here this is what I read. It's from Steve Hahn. It says the real Steve scores, and he seems to be somewhat of a legit account. So I don't know, but here's what it says. And I quote, in between the collapse deal with FC Seoul and signing with Mallorca in February, Ki Sung-young was in talks with LA Galaxy. Not sure if they've kept in touch since, but the possibility of them holding talks again is obviously wide open now that Ki is available on a free transfer. Listen, I don't know who that is. Masa, you'd probably be the one that his name is Ki Sung-young from FC Seoul. I guess he was going to Mallorca, but I guess the deal fell apart I'm guessing because of COVID, because they were in talks in February. Sounds like the deal fell apart, but I guess he's a free agent now. And apparently he was in talks with Galaxy.
I don't know the player, so I don't want to comment because I don't know the player. But I'm always open for a new player though. If he's any good, I'm open, especially if he's gonna be on a free. I'll take it.
Hey, text me his name.
Yeah, I'll send it to Masa. So I guess we can talk about this next week.
We'll see if anything else
do
comes
some
up.
research. See what else comes up. And then we'll send it over. And I guess Romo was talking about some other cat, some Japanese winger calling me Kuchi.
Don't read it out. Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud. Yeah, it's Romo. You have to read it internally before you read it out loud.
No, but actually, thanks to Romo's message, it did remind me about the Korean cat. Yeah. So I'll send it over to you, Masa. I'll tag you. I found it already. Okay, yeah, check it out. See what you can find, because I know you follow the Korean league somewhat.
Fucking name is hilarious.
Yeah, he almost got me. But hey, at least he reminded me about the Korean cat. So I check that out, because that was 2 days ago. Yeah. And listen, some Koreans are fire when it comes to balling out. So
it's accurate, dog.
Yeah.
If we could sign Sonaldo,
hey,
dog,
listen,
I hate him, but I love him.
He would.
He's the best player in the MLS.
I can't even hate him, dog. I hate his team. I love Sonaldo, dog.
He's a nice guy, dude.
He is.
True
He is.
shit.
He's
And
the
he
one next to.
actually went to the fucking military, so he ain't no bitch.
Yeah, yeah, he
Mhm.
did. All right. With that being said, it's in a motherfucking episode of Straight from the Stands. I am boy Rudy. I am Smarts on Twitch. I am Smarts on Instagram. I am Smarts on Twitter.
Did you guys answer Glenn's question?
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back. I want to do that one. I want to do that one.
Go answer
Listen,
my goddamn question.
listen.
Goddamn
I
question.
want to do that one.
The goddamn Jets.
One player,
Goddamn Jets.
one player who's active right now.
Mhm.
That if he came in right now, he'd have the same effect that Keno had when he came in.
El Kun Agüero.
Oh yeah, that's a good answer. I think so. That guy plays hard. So yeah, I fucks with that. You guys got any other?
He got my guy. That's the one I was gonna go with. It
Oh, is that what the
Yeah.
yuck face? That was the yuck
Yep.
face for? You took your guy. That's
I
a
am
good
gonna
answer.
say Sonaldo because
That's an easy
we're on
call,
that
too.
topic. So
That was an easy call. That's an
You
easy
You know,
call.
fuck. I just say completely different one just for sake of fucking bring Balotelli in, guaranteed back-to-back champions.
Oh, I don't
Guaranteed.
know about that. Oh, I don't know
Yep.
about. I don't
Guaranteed.
know about that.
Big negative.
Yep.
Why always
Yes,
me?
you being
all of a sudden, it's a big negative.
Big
I don't know
negative.
about that.
Look at his stats. Everywhere he's gone, he scored goals.
He
Mention
even
that.
scored in
And
Brescia.
everywhere he
Problem is
goes,
that
he goes
Brescia
out the
sucks.
back door too, though. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll say Suarez though.
Where is he at right now?
He ain't got no
Balotelli?
club. He
Yeah,
ain't got no
no-
club
yeah.
right
Why is that?
now. I don't know.
Because he's good.
Because of Brescia.
Because they're racist.
He's been ongoing issues with Brescia.
Yep. Racist.
But
ass
like,
fans.
yeah, exactly. But that's where he's from too, which is crazy.
Don't you think any other team will pick him up?
Yeah, probably gonna pick him up right now. You just gotta wait.
Look, or listen,
Transfer market open.
And like, actually, gonna pick him up, dog. There you
Yeah.
go.
I said so George goes fucking Kun. I fucking yes, I agree with that. Mazas Sonaldo, obviously, yes, we'll take him. I was gonna say Mazatelli. Balotelli, you know what I mean? And I'll go with Suarez. I think he'll come in and do the same. Well, okay, cool. I think we covered it. Glenn, sorry we forgot, but we got you at the end. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm Boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram.
You know what, guys? Don't follow me anywhere. Just follow me on Twitch. I need like 13 more followers. Follow me at JUndefeated7.
Yeah, there you go. Twitch.
St. Joe, right now, just follow me on Instagram at ADF3691. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get back on Twitter. At Twitter is @LiveItAF96. Quick heads up. We are gonna be having a conversation soon with Warren Barton, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's gonna be coming up real soon. If you know who that is, go look it up.
Google.
Google it.
Peace, love, and G's up.
Peace, y'all. Have a good one.
Peace.